and even though that list had Becky Lynch on the list above so many other stars that should have been on the list, I think we should pick at least one female.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. I thought about that. We got to pick. We got to pick at least one female to be on the list. Greatest female superstar of all time. LP, go. You can do two. You can do two because you can't just. You can do two.
I would choose. I would choose Medusa because she was like one of the first females that really introduced me to wrestling, and she was pretty popular. Which is, I'm picking wrestler because if I was picking like sex symbol or something, I would go like a sable or something like that. But we talking about wrestling. Medusa could actually wrestle. So I would say Medusa, and I actually would say Bianca, just because Bianca has so much impact on the culture, even though they're kind of screwing over a little bit now, making her babysit old girl. But Bianca, like what she's done for little girls and you seeing that kind of stuff, that impact that Bianca brings is way better than most.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Now, I would definitely put Bianca up there as probably one of the greatest female wrestlers, if not greatest wrestlers of all time. She's definitely in that top 50. If you mix male and female, she's definitely up there. Roosevelt, who are your top two greatest women of all time?
I'm gonna give you a top two and an honorable mention. My honorable mention will have to be Mae Young. Mae Young is, she withstood the test of time, and she let you know, you're gonna treat me like the men. So if you're gonna hit me, hit me. She didn't play it. And then my top two would have to be Trish Stratus and China. Because China really, she was in there with the women and she was in there with the men, and she kind of elevated the women to where, in my opinion, where the WWE really had to sit back and be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't keep doing these damn bra and panties matches because some of these women can really get in here and get busy. Like Lita got in there and she was taking some finishers and shit. And, they was like, you know what? Let's let the women really fight. Let's let them go out there and get busy. Trish may have done her little her moments of the bra and panties and all the sex symbol stuff, but she went in there and got busy. She got busy. So those would be my two.
Man, that is very hard. I will probably make that my list as well. I love Mae Young growing up. I thought Mae Young, and I talk about her all the time, but Mae Young was just different, man. Just the things that she would agree to at her age. I think that she was probably one of the oldest wrestlers on any roster that was taking bumps and stuff, man. So Mae Young is definitely one of the greatest of all time. I think I'm gonna have to. Man, that is a very, very, very hard list. I think if I had to pick two, honorable mention, Trish Stratus, probably arguably one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time. On my list, I have to put. Oh man, this is hard. I'm gonna say this, Jacqueline. I really thought that Jacqueline did not get the opportunities that she should have got. I used to love Jacqueline. I think that Jacqueline is definitely probably one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time because she can get busy in the ring and she just had a presence and the sexiness about her. And she was wrestling at a time where people really didn't appreciate her strength and ability the way that they should have. So I think I would put Jacqueline up there. Another one is China. You're right. China is probably one of the greatest female wrestler of all time. Because China came in a time period where they didn't know what to do with China. Mm-hmm. China ran through the women's division, and she made the women's division look horrible because there was nobody that wanted to fight her. There was nobody that could fight her to the point where she became the first woman in the Continental Championship. Mm-hmm. They had to give her a men's belt because she was demolishing everyone in the ring. Mm-hmm. But China is another honorable mention. The greatest female wrestler of all time, fellas. And I don't know why this is even a debate.
Don't you do
this
it?
Is not even, it's not even close. The greatest women's wrestler of all time is Charlotte Flair.
Go ahead and just.
Don't you mute my mic. Don't you mute my mic. The greatest female wrestler of all time is Charlotte Flair. Not even close. Not even close.
Something's wrong.
Argue with your mama. Argue with your mama.
Someone's loose in there. You gotta
no, everything is tight, Jack. Everything is tight.
I do like that you mentioned Jacqueline, and I think the issue with Jacqueline is because she was so believable in everything that she did that it was like the same situation with China. It was like we can't really put her in the ring with anybody because we can't believe that anybody can really whoop her ass. Like she was winning there, and she was like, "Yo, I'm from Houston. I'm coming in there, and if you ain't coming correct, you going home."
Yeah.
So and
same thing with Jazz. Jazz was just too dominant. Them girls, because like they didn't have no storyline. They used to swap that belt back and forth. Like I literally watched it 1 minute, Ivory fighting somebody. Then next thing you know, they teamed up. Like the women didn't have no storyline back in the days. Like Trish probably had the most storyline. That's why I think she was the most known because they gave her the most to do. And then even with Stacy Keibler, they have Stacy Keibler a little bit, but she never was a wrestler. But like, yeah, I think Jazz was just too much, and that's why they definitely didn't know what to do with her because she wasn't even pretty. At least they could put Jacqueline in a bra and panty match and swimsuit stuff. Like a Jacqueline had that body. I used to get mad as hell when Jacqueline used to lose. I'm like, what are y'all looking at? What I'm looking at? Like, what?
I have to make a correction because Jazz was pretty. And the thing with Jazz, she just had a different demeanor about her, but she presented herself as a warrior. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that sex appeal kind of dropped off a little bit because she was absolutely a warrior in that ring. I believed her. I believe that Jazz could beat half the men on the roster when she was there. But you're right. I would look at Jacqueline and be like, do you not see all of that body, all of that chocolate? Why y'all can't figure out what to do with it? You know what I'm saying?
Man, go back and watch that swimsuit battle they had when Mae Young. I think it's the same one when Mae Young she pulled out her old saggy titties, them fake titties. But Jacqueline had on this one piece. Oh my God! I remember being a kid or however old I was. I was like, "Where's my bottle of lotion at? I'll be right back."
That one?
Yeah, that one.
Yes, sir. That one right there. I was like, "Are y'all fucking serious? Are y'all really get the fuck out? Nobody beat that shit right there." Oh my God.
Oh man.
And
we got a video on our Instagram, man, that's kind of went crazy. I know it's got well over 1 million views, but it's the video of Sable and Jacqueline. And so Jacqueline had attacked the referee, and then Sable had pulled off Jacqueline's top and exposed her breast to the crowd. I hate that I have it up there, but it was a piece of nostalgia at the time. So if you want to see that of Jacqueline, we're gonna put some more of her wrestling up because I absolutely love Jacqueline. I think that she really didn't get a fair shake in the women's division, and I think that if Jacqueline was in this, I don't know if a lot of the women back then in this environment would be successful.
There's only Jacqueline, Ivory, Victoria could wrestle.
Victoria, Melina.
Well, yeah, if you keep on going on, Melina. To be honest, and it's funny because she didn't ever get her push neither. Gail Kim could wrestle, but Gail Kim just didn't have no character. She was just kind of boring. She won the belt her first time getting there, but like after that, then the Bella twins and all them, Stacy Keibler, all them. No, most of the females no, but there's only like a handful that really good.
Michelle McCool could get busy.
Michelle McCool can still get busy, even if she came back. I think that she can get busy.
Am I correct? Did she do the first Styles Clash? Did she do it before AJ Styles?
I can't remember that.
I don't know.
I think so. She did that move before AJ Styles did.
I don't really remember a lot of the women's finishing moves like that. I remember the Lita and the Lita Salt. I remember
Victoria with the Widow's Peak.
Victoria with the Widow's Peak,
Yeah,
Stratisfaction from Trish Stratus.
Jazz finishing move. She used to hold you up by your arms, and somebody doing that now. Matter of fact, I can't think of who it is.
Jade is doing it.
Okay, yeah. That shit used to be like, God dang.
Yeah. It was pretty brutal.
Beth Phoenix ended up doing it too.
Yeah.
Beth Phoenix, arguably, Beth Phoenix can be said that she's probably one of the greatest women wrestlers of all time. I know a lot of people forget about Beth Phoenix and her strength, man, but Beth Phoenix is one of those women too. When she came in, they didn't really know what to do with her and her strength. You know what I'm saying? Where they still had her facing men at some point. So yeah, honorable mention. Shout out to all the women, man. I know we're big fans. I would love to get Jacqueline on the show, man. I think that she would give a great interview. And we can ask her some questions because I know it was a lot of stiff socks around my house whenever I saw Jacqueline, boy. A lot of stiff, strong socks, Jack. You know what I'm saying?